Good morning, girls. Welcome to the class of English language. This is the last session for voices, and today we are going to have a practice of sentences. This exercise will help you to learn voices in the better manner. Let's start the practice. The first is I study English daily. Now, by looking at the sentence, we come to know that like this is of simple present tense, and as per the rule which I have explained in the last few lectures, what can be done in the passive voice. Now in short, PV I'll be writing, not all the time but in the initial one or two sentences. Passive voice will be able to make the changes as far as subject object is concerned. Then the sentence becomes like English is, because as per the object, we put the verb. English is studied by me. From I to me, daily is an extra word which we keep as it is at last. So, this is how the passive voice can be done. Let us see the second one. Does she love her daughter? Now, this is of interrogative sentence. We have just seen the rules regarding interrogatives. So accordingly, we put the same verb, keeping the type of the sentence in mind. Like this is of simple present tense. Do does ક્રિયાપદ do અને does નો ઉપયોગ સાદા વર્તમાન કાળમાં થાય છે. So in that case, if we put the same verb like does, now in this example we can put verb like is her daughter love loved by her. Don't forget to put by her. Again, question tag will remain as it is. Let us see the third one. Do you study English daily? Do you study English daily? Now, if we check the passive voice, then as you know, this is of simple present tense. So, in that case, what we do like, yes, as per the English, we put verb is English studied by you daily. Now the fourth one, let us see. We have to make as many sentences as possible. They require some cricket bats for the tournament. Now by looking at the sentence, we come to know like this is of simple present tense. They, so if we make it passive, then it becomes like Some cricket bats. The whole is the object we have to keep the first, like some cricket bats are. Because of the plural subject, we keep are required by them for the tournament. Let us see the fifth one. Ram Ram got Ram receives આપણે એવું લખીએ Ram receives many awards every year. Fine. Now let us make it the passive one. You can put every year in the beginning, every year at the end. Many awards is the object, which becomes the subject. Receives. By looking at the verb receives, we come to know that this is of present tense. So many awards are received by Ram every year. Sixth one. Who arranges these cupboards? Cupboards every week. Next is the passive voice of this would be by looking at the sentence again we find like here the who is given. So naturally when while finding who in the beginning and even normally we use WH words while asking something. So for this interrogative, who into by whom? By whom? Now obviously which is the object and subject that we have to find it out like by whom these cupboards. Okay, before that here after by whom are these cupboards arranged every week. By looking at every week we all find like this is of present tense. Who into by whom, before that we have to put the verb because we are making interrogative. So as for the plural THES these, we make it like by whom are these cupboards arranged every week. Next is she did not take her medicine medicines last night. Now Again, we find from last night that this is a past tense. So we have to put the verb accordingly. And even did is giving an idea that yes, it's of past tense. So we put the subject first, like medicines. Medicines, as per the rule, was, were, plural, subject, along with that, WERE, were. Medicines were not taken by her last night. So I hope that the concepts are getting cleared after looking at these 7 sentences. Things are becoming easier for you. Next is did they attend the classes yesterday? Now the passive voice of this would be obviously the classes, as per the classes and as per the sentence tone and the time or the action is being performed. It's of past tense. Yesterday, even it is giving a significant identity. Were, WERE, were. Classes. Attended by them yesterday. We can't do the day before, we have to keep as it is. It's not direct and indirect. In that case, we have to change such words. Mr. Vekaria taught English last year. Now, past tense is given and we have to pick the subject from object to subject first. So, English was taught by Mr. Vekaria last year. Number 10. Why did you sell your car? Again, by looking at the sentence, we come to know that this is of past tense. Question tag is given. Again, interrogative in tone. So, if we check the subject and object, then your car will become the subject. So, was your car? Was your car sold? Sell, sold, sold. Sold, sold by. In fact, we have to keep Y as it is. Sorry to mention. Yes, why was your car sold by? In fact, you can keep sold and then the question mark, or else you can write like, why was your car sold by you? But it's about his car, that means your car, so no need to repeat you and your two things together. Next is the Patel family will attend the marriage next week. And this is how we can identify easily that this is of future tense. By looking at the verb, even we get the idea or the opportunity to find, like here P would be capital, the T. So naturally, so the marriage becomes the object, from object to subject. The marriage will be attended by the Patel family next week. These are the time words. We can't change, we can't do anything with these words. We have to keep as it is. Okay. Now the next is, well, the guest does not prefer tea. The guest does not prefer tea. Passive voice of this would be, by looking at the sentence again, we find like this is of simple present tense and we have to keep tea is not preferred by the guest. 13. Will you buy a new dress for the party? Again, the question tag is used. Interrogative sentence is there. You have to start with the, sorry, we are doing the passive of this. So again, we keep the verb as it is, like will remains will because of the future tense. Will a new dress be bought? Remember I told you in the future tense what we supposed to do? We have to keep verb first for the interrogative, then for the future tense we add be, action to be done in the future. So be bought. With that sense, be bought by, be bought by you for the party. Number 15. I can not solve these sum. Now, verse. this sentence is somehow giving you an idea of auxiliary, right? Now for the auxiliary, we have to keep auxiliary as it is. Let's convert it into passive so that you come to know. Now, these sum cannot be solved by me. So I think this much is enough for today. We have done 15 sentences and we are going to do the remaining one. Few still I want to share with you, and these sentences will give pure clarity, complete clarity regarding the voices. So we'll continue for the last session about the practice in the next week. Till that time, you can write it down in your classwork, and you can have a practice from the rules. Thank you very much, girls, and have a good day.